All right. What's up, y'all? What's going on? Hi. So I'm gonna tell you guys this one is a little bit close to me because I drive for Lyft. Currently, I drive for Lyft, and I can't tell you enough on how many times I dealt with messed up individuals. I actually have a YouTube channel called Uber Lyft Driving Man, and I have a lot of my experiences on there. Some of the videos are hidden, and I'm gonna just do this. I'm gonna go get my drink. I'm gonna start you guys off, of course, with something off of whatchamacallit, and then I'm already. Hold on. So we'll do this. Close that. Okay. So we're gonna do this. Why does it keep saying that?
It's a thumb-sized flashlight made in Germany.
Just listen to some Dave Ramsey. Why go?
Lynn is with us in Minneapolis. Hi, Lynn. How are you?
Hi, Dave. Hi, John. Thank you for taking my call.
Sure.
I am a huge fan, and I'm debt-free thanks to you and your program.
Well,
so
way to go.
So much. I am 60 years old. I make $55,000 a year as an administrative assistant, and yet I still live paycheck to paycheck because of my high rent. But I love where I live. My take-home pay is $2,600 a month, and my rent is $1,655, which is over half of my take-home pay for a one-bedroom apartment. I've been looking at purchasing a condo, but the ones I like get outbidded, and the older condos, which are more affordable to buy, have a high, like $700 in HOA fees, and I'm not comfortable with that high of a fee. So my question for you today is, I really like the convenience of renting. I'm wondering if it's in my best interest to purchase something or if it's okay to keep renting. I could find a cheaper apartment that's not as nice, but it would be like $200 less a month.
Okay.
And
your $2,600 number, if you make $50,000, is wrong.
Is wrong?
Yeah. Well, $2,600 is $30,000. You don't have $20,000 in taxes. You make $50,000 a year. Is that what your salary is based on? Are you getting a huge refund, or are you counting stuff that's coming out of your check other than taxes when you're telling me what your take-home pay is?
Oh, I'm counting, that's what it comes out to my benefits and my retirement.
Okay. How much are you putting in?
Okay. I do 4%, which is required for an 8% match, and then I do another 1% on top of that. So that comes to $2,857 a year.
Okay, your benefits expensive, or are you getting a big tax refund every year?
I'm not, because I also get spousal support, and I have to pay taxes on that.
Okay.
So I just keep out what I need for taxes, and I got hit really big this year for some reason.
Yeah, I'm still struggling with how we go from a $50,000 income to a $30,000 take-home pay. I'm trying to find out where that money's going. Okay, and it didn't go to retirement.
My paychecks are my paychecks are like $13.84, and I get paid. Well, maybe that's, and I do get paid 26 times a year.
Okay. Well, that's a little bit better. So
It's a
we're
little.
up to about 35,000 at this point, but still, there's still some money. I mean, I'm not saying it's missing. I just don't know what you're doing with it exactly. So, okay, the answer to your question in overall, without trying to figure out what to do today about it, is that if you're 60 for the next 30 years, can you imagine what rents are going to do?
Yeah, that scares me because I had an increase one year of $150 a month.
Yeah, and that's the problem with being a renter in perpetuation.
Yeah,
is the largest portion of your income goes to housing, and you lose control of how much it increases when you are at the mercy of the landlord. And so you don't want to be a renter for the next 30 years because it's going to increase versus if you bought that condo, you've locked in what it costs you, not counting the HOA fees.
All right, that was Dave Ramsey, and I'm glad I caught that little snippet because that is so true. As I tell individuals, when I look around social media and I see all the people all the old folks that are having problems in their old age, they're all renters. All of them. They're all renters. All of them, renters. I'm not turning this off. Shit. All right, so let's get into it. Enough of the fluff. So the reason why I'm picking this topic here today is because I drive for Lyft. I do. I drive for Lyft, and I can tell you the mindset of a person, especially me. I can tell you guys about 5 of the problems that I had. So I'm gonna tell y'all about 5 issues that I had with Lyft, and tell you the mindset of a person. You may know somebody that ride for Lyft, and these individuals that hire Lyft, their mindset is it's their car. Their mindset is that app sometimes give them access to your car, and you can say, well, I'm gonna cancel it. No, I did. Well, you better give me my money back. Everything that you're doing, you're fighting there on the scene. I'm gonna tell you, so in case you don't know, this calorie kidnapper pulls up to Lyft. The driver pulls up and sees her, and he says things like, you can't, he's giving her all these excuses why he can't accept her for a ride. When the amazing thing is that I tell all my clients that I help with their child support issues, all of my clients that I help with their divorce issues, when they're doing a consultation with me, the first thing I tell them is I help them understand the one narrative that I put into perspective all the time. Don't do no talking. The worst thing you can do is talk. Anytime you're involved in something and you do talking, that's where you messed up at. Do not, under circumstances 0, do any talking. You don't need to do any talking. So he did too much talking. That's one thing when I look at the video about her being denied a ride, do too much talking. And when a person does too much talking, they're doing what I say. They're trying to convince. They're trying to convince you into understanding what they're talking about. They're trying to convince you to say, I'm right now. Where is? Oh, that's not what I was trying to do. This is what I was trying to do. Make sure I go in here. Donkey. No, that's not what I want. I want to switch accounts. You want to go here. Give me a second. Want to go there. Definitely want to go there. Want to go here. I want to go to analytics. No. Content. I want to go to live. I want to go to live. And what I want to do is I want to click on the monetizing. So yes, we want to monetize this live stream. Of course we do. Oh, dear I don't know why it doesn't do it automatically, but it's okay. So during the live, I actually have to go in and monetize the live stream. So I'm sure you guys understand that. All right, so here's what I'm gonna do. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna tell y'all about 5 of my worst experiences with Lyft. All right, I'm gonna tell y'all about 5 of my worst experiences with Lyft. So like I was saying, as a Lyft driver and an individual out there that drive for Lyft can attest to this. A lot of people out there, when they call a Lyft ride, they're under the impression that your car belongs to them now. This is why all you have to do is say to them, could you get out my car? You don't have to say anything. Where he messed up at is probably he did a lot of talking, etc. But you can tell somebody, I need you to get out my car. When you have a problem with somebody and you call the Lyft people, they're going to ask you, did you ask them to get out your car? Yeah. The second you say, because you are in control, that's your car. Lyft is contracting you. It's your rules, your car. If you're uncomfortable, you got to get out my car. You don't get to say, I paid you. You don't get to say that. So I'm going to tell y'all this. If I'm picking up a person for Lyft, and this is the house right here, I'm not pulling up to the house. I'm not pulling up parallel to the house where I have to turn like this to look and see everybody coming out. When I pull up to a house, when I'm doing Lyft, I pull up, the house is here. I put the nose in my car so I can have a direct 2 o'clock view of everybody coming out the house. If I see 4 and 5 people coming out of the house, I'm gone. Another thing, I don't do when I do Lyft. They will never know this. I do not pick up 3 black females. I don't do it. It's not happening. I'm not having 2 sit in the back, 1 sit in the car up front. The one that's up front is conservative. The one that's behind you is some I want to stop here. We should go there. Sir, can we stop there? And you can't, and then the one that's sitting at your right there, they're the clown. It's always like that. The 3 times it happened to me, it happened the exact same time. Now, if I pull up on 3 black women and they're in front of an office building, conservative, all day, yep, I'm gonna stop. Hey, ladies, yep, enjoy. But if I pick up 3 Shaquitas, 3 chicks that look like they just got bags, 3 $2 chicks, I'm not picking them up. It's not happening. A lot of problems that a lot of individuals have via Lyft, they could avoid them via their approach. You got to know how to approach your Lyft ride when you driving for Lyft. Like I said, I have pulled up to at least 50. All right, that many. 50. I have pulled up to at least 50 individuals and act like I didn't see them and kept going. 50. I have pulled up and they doing this and they doing this and it's 3 females and I'm like, bing, boom, pow. Not doing it. Not doing it. Not happening. D. Corey is up in the house. He said, what's going on? Chaos Adventures. He's here. D. Corey said, I agree. Once I did that. And the 3 girls threw up all over my, right. Very well said. Dedro 3000 says, you have the right to refuse service. They don't understand that, Dedro, I'm sorry. Deidre, I just call you 3,000. 3,000, they don't understand that. 3,000. They think that they have a right when you pull, they think that when you listen. They think they have a right. They think they have a right. I'm gonna tell you what they also do. What also happens is I have pulled up to about 10 houses and the kids came out to get in the car. I said, whoa, where's your mom? She's in the house. Go get your mom. I'm not doing this thing where you come out and sit in the car and your mom taking 20 minutes to get in my car. Not happening. Not happening. I had one woman had a baby in the car, had to stop and thought she was gonna leave the baby in the car with me. I said, no, miss. No, you take this baby with you. No, no. What the? I said, what is wrong with you? I want to be clear about something. I record all my rides. That's why I never had a problem that reached the level of you're going to do or somebody going to do something to me. So, I remember I had this one guy that said, I remember I had this one dude that said to me, he was in the back seat. He was a LL.Jiggy. He was .Jiggy. This dude sitting all slouched in my seat. He said, yo, man, I need you to stop at whatchamacallit. I said, nah, you don't have a stop in there. Yeah, but I'm asking you to stop there. Pulled the car over. I turned around. I said, yo, my man, think you got this thing confused on who car this is. It says we going there. That's where we going. He tried to give me that street nigga stare. I'm built for that. Took him where he was at. Have a nice day. We ain't playing that. We ain't playing that stopping. We don't do stops. So that dude found out real quick. I had another chick that opened my door. I had another chick that just opened my door and said, that's my house there, not that. I said, what are you telling me that for? You da 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 da. I said, boop, ma'am, I canceled the ride. Get out my car. Blah, 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 and slammed my door. Pulled over, called Lyft, canceled her. Every time I call to complain about a customer with Lyft, I always say that loving sentence. I have the video if you want me to send it to you. They only asked for the video one time. That was the number one problem that I had with Lyft. So I had another problem with Lyft where you're going to love this one. This lady was a hoe. And she had a special pay service where she screwed the men. I went and picked them up at this hotel in Chesapeake. And the Chesapeake was a hoe hotel. So we gets in the car and I'm driving and the guy says, where you taking me? I said, sir, I keep my thing right there. I said, so I'm following that right there. Well, I live over there. I said, it says there. So he gets in the car, blah, blah, blah. We get into it. I pulls over. I said, yeah, all right, get out my car, man. I said, man, I'm not going to ask you twice, bro. I'm going to ask you once, get out my car. I said, all this nonsense you're doing, get out my car. You don't. You'll never get a person in a wheelchair. You'll never get a person in a wheelchair. Chaos says, how do you handle a person in a wheelchair? You'll never get one. I never got one. That's something else. They got them vans for that. You'll never have a person in a wheelchair. A wheelchair person don't ride and lift. I never had one. So me and a guy arguing, and the guy said he said, I'm gonna tell them you assaulted me. So for about a week, I called the Chesapeake, Virginia Police Department saying, hey, listen, I told them my name. Did anybody say I assaulted them? They said, no, we don't have anything. And then about the third day, I was asked, well, why would you think so? I said, I drive a Lyft. Guy got erratic. I got it on video, but I want to save that part for now and wait till if there's a warrant arrest out for me, blah, blah, blah. Nothing happened. So I had a chick just opened my door and said this over there, and then that guy. And then I had a time where Lyft actually suspended my account. but that wasn't the worst one. This is the fourth issue, but that wasn't the worst one. Lyft suspended my account. Woman said that I did something to her. Lyft suspended my account. Crazy. I remember it happened. Then about an hour and a half later, it taught me that every time you have an issue, call. And that's the problem with a lot of individuals that ride for Lyft. When you have a problem, call them because they're going to call. Don't be the second one. Don't be the call in on the issue. Always initiate the issue. Always call. Always. So I'm going to tell y'all what I do. In my car, right under, when you close the driver's door, that piece of the dashboard that goes down, I have my camera right there. My camera just faces up and it just shows me. I'm the only one in my camera. However, when I'm talking to people, it's in the camera. The issue is always on record. So I had a woman say something and they suspended my account. And they said, until further investigation, your account is suspended. I said, okay. I didn't say I had it on record. I didn't say nothing. So I waited a week. I waited one whole week. And finally, after a week, I'm talking to the people on the phone with Lyft. And I said, so what is going to be the outcome? Well, we have to do further investigation. I said, further investigation. I said, you know, I didn't want to tell y'all this, but I got the whole incident on record. I recorded the incident. So then they transferred me to somebody else, a higher authority. And I'm talking to the people and I said, well, I got the whole incident on record. I just wanted to wait to see what y'all was going to do, how y'all was going to just treat me like trash. I got it on record. She said, okay, well, we're going to go ahead and release the suspension off your account. And I'm going to do that right now. And you're safe to ride. I said, well, hold on. Let me tell you something. I said, I'm retired military. I have 3 cell phones. I record all my rides. Ain't nobody going to tell me not to. Because I think there's a clause in there about don't record your rides. I don't know. Don't never investigated it. But I said, I'm going to record my rides. But I told these people, I said, I'm retired military. I do this for fun. I'm telling you right now, I do this for absolute fun. It's not something that's going to make me or break me. I said, but what happens to that guy that got 5 kids at home? And y'all allow people to just come in here and make these frivolous claims for the sole sake of you're going to put making money first. Well, you're making money first, but you're allowing these people to come and lie on drivers and y'all suspend them just so y'all can look right to the masses. I said, you had me on suspension for 6 days. And all the time, because I do this for fun, as I stated, I wanted to wait and to see if y'all take this to the next level. I wanted to wait to see if the person filed a lawsuit. I was going to let this video out at my court hearing. I said, I'm built like that. I can sit down here and take all the bullets. I can sit down here and take all the hits. I can take it. I said, but I'm going to make sure that everybody pay for it in the end. Understood, Mr. Smith. Thank you for that. But like I said, we got you all up. Right now, you're good to go. We didn't believe her anyway, is what she said. This is the unfortunate life of a Lyft driver. If you drive a Lyft, you got to get another cell phone. If you want to think that, oh, I don't need 2 cell phones, yes, you do. You need to record all your rides. All your rides. I remember one time, I'm about to tell y'all about the #1 worst issue that I had driving for Lyft. But I'm going to tell y'all about this ride. One time, it was 4 individuals in my car, 3 in the back seat, 1 in the front. And then it was 3 girls and a guy. The guy was gay. Am I being recorded? Am I being recorded? I said, no, you're not. Yeah, but I see me on the thing. I said, listen, I can pull over and put you out right now. I said, Janine, who's Janine? Oh, you Janine? Yeah. Janine is the person. You're a tag along. You ain't got no rights to say nothing. Now say something else, I can just put you out the car. Dag. Yeah, I said, okay, to include dag. Not a peep. That's how you need to handle these creatures. The problem with a lot of individuals is individuals go back and forth. Right. I believe Bill Frank said, if they didn't believe you, why did they suspend you? Right. Well, it's like I said. Let me answer that question. Bill Franks, he said once again, he said, if they didn't believe her, why did they suspend you? Because they always want to believe. Here's what this is good question, Bill. Here's what the world don't understand. Right? Here's what the world don't understand. And when I say the world, I mean the average person that works on that works on a 1099, a 1040. A 1040, the average person don't understand. This is what the average person don't understand. Bill says, if they didn't believe you, why did they suspend you? Guilty until proven innocent. Here's what a lot of people don't understand, Bill, and that's a good question. And didn't bother me at all, but good question. When you turn around and you look at in society and you see a lot of jobs going automated, laying off people, business is in position for money first. Money first. I have a business. Fortunately for me, being retired military, having multiple streams of income, I put stress levels first. As a matter of fact, I just did a video yesterday stating that from now on, if you text anything other than consultation, we're going to put you on a 5-day suspension. Or I said in this word, a hold. If you send us emails when we did not tell you to, you just earned yourself a 5-day hold. If you send us an email and then send us a text message saying you sent us an email, it's 5 days plus 5 days. You just wasted 10 days of your retainer. I don't do stress. That's why I stopped doing bankruptcies. I can do bankruptcies. I can charge $1,000 to do a bankruptcy today and probably would have 15 clients a week and be doing $15,000 a week just in my bankruptcy service. Why am I not doing it? I'm not doing it because I don't do things from the perspective of stress anymore. You are not stressing me out. This is why I tell individuals, if you look at how I move, it is lateral across the board. I got good credit. I got good health. I got good mind. Mental's good. I got the goods is what I say. When it comes to my business, if a person thinks they're going to sit down there, like in my business, individuals try to rewrite my protocol. So they'll say, hey man, this is emergency. Hey man, I know you said don't text nothing other than consultation, but blah, blah. And then they go off the thing. Consultation now, urgent. No. I had one idiot tell me the other day, one super fucking idiot tells me, I'm just a little bit stressed right now. We're not psychiatrists, man. We don't help you with your stress. The fuck? Right? So it's the perspective of business. Businesses are in business for the first stage and perspective of making money. When they have that quarterly board meeting, they must say that we did this, this, and this. How can we make more money? Little fees, this and that. Bill says, once again, if they didn't believe her, why did they suspend you? They want, and Lyft does everything like everybody else. It's business. When I look at a video, I'm looking at the video and it says Amazon lay off 10,000 workers, and they want to be outside in a parking lot with the bobblehead. What about my kid? I can't feed my kid. That ain't their problem. That ain't their problem. It's not their problem. It's not their problem. Let me tell you something. I understand every perspective and narrative of money. I understand my position when it comes to it. I'm not going to sit there. Bill says, why did they suspend you? I'm not going to be mad at Lyft. I get it. And it's why I don't know if you heard anybody else say all these women out here on welfare and Section 8, they don't even understand the economics of money to think that a municipality could constantly keep paying thousands of people's rent. It's never going to be a hiccup in that road. I mean, these individuals will think forever they're going to be able to pay that. It's business. It's money. I understand. Once again, when you reach 56 years old and you've been through all the trenches of stress, making money, this and all, I got a friend of mine that owns a homes where they, people have, when they get older, they put them in a home. They got like 5 or 6, him and his wife had like 5 or 6 homes. And they was making, he said, hey man, we was clearing 40,000 a week. We was clearing that. He shut them things down. My man coming up on 60. His wife want to keep going. He's like, no. He said, I had to tell my wife, this stress, we leaving it in our 50s. We about to hit our 60s. We ain't carrying this nonsense into our 60s. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell y'all some true stuff. I was watching. I'm gonna tell y'all what I was watching. Okay. I'm gonna tell y'all what I was watching before I started this live stream. Go look at Ancient Aliens Season 8, Episode 6. It's on the archive. Season 8, Episode 6, the Nikola Tesla experiment. I was watching that. That's like I tell y'all, the History Channel is my favorite channel. So I was watching that, and it was like Nikola Tesla was written out of all these things because he was a genius. But Nikola Tesla, they said, why is the master of quantum physics, Nikola Tesla, written out of it? Tesla took a car back in the 1920s or 30s and made the first electric car. That's why Elon Musk used the Tesla name today. He took a car back in the 20s or 30s, I can't remember, and had it doing 90 miles an hour back then. Back then, 40 miles an hour was fast. He had an electric car back then doing 90. And they said Nikola Tesla was they said the reason why he was so advanced than any other human, he said, I get messages from aliens. He had Thomas Edison, that other genius and wizard, wasn't his friend. How is it that all the smartest minds that we know today, none of y'all heard of Nikola Tesla more than you heard of Albert Einstein, Thomas Edison? These are all smart people too. These individuals are peasants compared to Nikola Tesla. You don't hear nothing about Nikola Tesla like you hear Albert Einstein, Thomas Edison. You don't. I'm telling you, you don't. You don't. In West Orange, New Jersey, they got the Thomas Edison thing. You don't hear nothing about that dude. What's going on, Shep? I'm sorry. Chief. I'm sorry, man. Whatever your name is. What's going on? But you don't hear about these people. So when Bill said that's the healthier way to live, stress-free, I am the same way. This is why I don't listen to rap music. When people sit down there and say they listen to rap music, do you know that every human being, we are electrified? That's why electrolytes help us. We are electrified. That's why when we ground, I ground 15 minutes a day. I take off my shoes and walk on the earth. Nikola Tesla was telling us back in the day, electricity flows through the ground. You can get it for free. There are some times in my life today, it started about 3 months ago. I get so happy, I literally start vibrating. I get so happy. I just get so happy, I'm vibrating. It's almost like I just get in charge of good thoughts, in charge of happiness, in charge of things. And I just start vibrating. I got to stop and just calm myself down. I get so happy. That never happened to me before. So when I was looking at season 8, episode 6 of Ancient Aliens, write that down and look at it. They said Nikola Tesla used to sit there and get They said Nikola Tesla said that, you know how y'all see Tony Stark when he'd be like, Jarvis, and he'd be doing all this and it'd be a piece and then he'll do this and then it'll come all apart and then he'll take out a piece and be doing that. They said Nikola Tesla used to do that. Nikola Tesla said, he said, I see things in my head, I can take them apart and put them back together and then I'll see it don't work. Then take it out and then it'll work and then he'll build it. He said that in the episode. And it's all because individuals don't understand that our brains and our bodies are receptacles, frequencies, like a radio station. You turn the dial and decide what you want to listen to. Your lifestyle determines what you accept. And I don't accept nigga shit. I don't accept stress. This is why 5 years ago, all right, 5 years ago, almost 6 years, my mom gave me the ultimate bad frequency. I haven't spoke to her since. Not happening. Not happening. I'm not allowing no negative in my life. I'm not doing it. I'm not. A lot of you guys do. I know individuals that I've known all my life. Oh yeah, B's are this, B's are that. I ain't let no B do this to me. I ain't let no B do this to that. Hey man, he bitches of this, bitches of that. Now they get in a relationship. Girl straight got a dildo up his hole. Dude is straight bite. Every time he call her house home now. Every time he go home. Ow, 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 ow. You made me a sandwich, a peanut butter and jelly. That's it. Okay. Ow, ow. But all his life, he was claiming he was this master of dealing with women. Now I sit down. I barely talk to him now. I just be like, why? Frequency changed. His frequency changed. Not doing it. Not doing it. Not doing it. It's not happening. Not happening. Not happening. Not happening. Not happening. Bro, I completely understand what you mean. The energy needs to be protected. Very well said. Very well said. This woman, Dank, this woman will soon find out what's going to happen. This is what's going to happen with this rapper when she gets into court. When she gets into court, they're going to question her character. She sits down there and do all this and do all this nigga. Guess what? They're going to have a video screen in the courtroom when she sued. They're going to say, because that's what I would do. I would attack her character. They're going to say, do I call you Dank? Oh, okay, Dank. What is this? When they cross-examine her, of course. What exactly is this lawsuit really about? I just feel as though I am. Oh, so you're an upstanding citizen. Classy. Is that right? Let's look at this video. A motherfucker. And everybody gonna be looking at her like, wow. Wow. So you're a classy chick. Is that what you're telling us? And they're gonna go bobblehead that. They're gonna bobblehead her. So they're gonna be like, you're a classy chick? People, I'm gonna tell you something. I learned this from experience. My brother was killed by a cop. Under the conditions that my brother was killed by a cop, my mom and dad sued. When my mom and dad sued, my brother had got a woman pregnant right before he died. He never seen a child. She was pregnant when he died. When my mom and dad sued, everything came into question. The fact that my mom was on welfare. Where was my dad? All this stuff came into question. My mom and dad literally had to settle out of court. And my mom and dad had to settle out of court because they couldn't afford, my dad wasn't up to date on his taxes. So my dad wasn't up to date on his taxes. We came up on welfare. My mom was on welfare. It was like a lot of people don't understand. This is one thing that Black people don't understand, and you gotta have lived it to understand it. You cannot run around here with all this janky up and down woohoo character, a nigga this, a nigga that. You can't do all that, and then when you want justice, you want to come out of that lane and then come into the lane of upward, upbody, and upstanding characteristics about yourself. It don't work like that. And the only reason why you see this happening is because there's an outroar. So it's like, oh, you do that. It's an outroar, and then the people that's getting sued crack under pressure. But my mom and dad, they got $5,000 when my brother got killed, and that was for his burial. The other $100,000, they gave it to his unborn child. Well, it was born at the time. They settled. They gave it to his son. So my mom and dad didn't get nothing. They didn't get nothing. You know why they didn't get nothing? You know why they didn't get nothing? Because the city of Newark, New Jersey, or the county of Essex County said, that wasn't your child. That was our child. Yeah, it's not yours. This is why my perspective and everything, is different. This is why when a lot of people say to me, oh, it's just rap music, it's just entertainment. No, it's not, it's destruction. You want to run around here. Listen, I'm not going to run around here and act crazy. And then when it comes to another perspective of life, I'm gonna act like a human being. No, I act the same way all the time. That's why I don't have to. I'm not too far out of a line in adjustment. I'm not going to put myself in an area where I gotta always have my hand on the trigger. I'm just not going to do that. I don't live around that energy. If I go somewhere and there's a nigga in there, some street dudes in there, and everything, they're gonna wonder why I'm looking at them, and I'm gonna hope they say something. It's not happening. I'm not playing that nonsense. But before it happens, I'm not putting myself in that energy. The energy exists. It's the reason why a lot of individuals are running around here. A lot of dudes is running around here with multiple kids by multiple men. You allow that the energy of seduction to get you. Ain't no woman seducing me. You know how many times I go places and women be like, oh shit. I seen one woman, I was in the supermarket, turned around, hiked her titties all up, and then turned around and looked at me. I'm like, lady, you get a man like me by making me a sandwich, and it can even be a peanut butter and jelly. But please don't think you getting me by thinking that I'm gonna look at your titties and be like, oh my God, sex never got me. Never got me. It never will. Energy. That rapper Dank, she don't got I got treated like I got treated wrong energy. She got trash. She got him a trash energy. That's what she got. She got I'm trash. That's what she got. She don't got I've been done wrong. Look at me energy. Nope, she got this is a money grab. This is a come up. This is let me show all you niggas how to get the people that are upstanding. That's the type of energy she got. She thinks she gonna show everybody, oh yeah, this is how you get lift. Her energy and everything is straight ass trash. It is. It is. Now I'm gonna tell y'all about the last bad the number one worst customer I ever had when I was driving for Lyft. I mean, this customer was so bad. The vice president of Lyft called me. That's how bad this customer was. So what happens is I had a pickup in Norfolk, Virginia. And the way the place was, how they did it was the address was on the main street, but the pickup was in the back, around back. But when you went around back, there was like so many, it was all discombobulated. Nonetheless, Finally, the lady gets in the car and she's like, you must be dumb. You this and all that, this and all that. So before I took off, I said, no, lady, you need to get out of my car. Blah, 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 blah. I ain't going nowhere. Well, you going to stay right here with me till I hire somebody else. I said, okay. So I had my phone on record the whole time. She didn't know it. So then I picked up the phone that I was doing Lyft and I said, navigate me to the closest police department. And it said navigating. So when I took off and I'm driving, I came out of the parking lot. When I got to the stop sign, before I got to the stop sign, she jumped out the car and said I broke her ankle. I ran over her ankle. That's what she did. Let me go left when I say this. This is why this is probably the biggest reason why I'll never talk to my own mother again. This is the biggest reason why I will never talk to my mother again. Because black men, we are hunted. Black men, we are treated like trash by everybody. This is why if you don't have a woman that praise you, she's more your enemy than she is your friend. I don't care what you say. I've seen women praise their man, and just so happened, out of 100 women that I seen praise men, 95 of them was dudes in jail. All right. But this is the reason why I will never speak to my mom again. This incident right here, this woman tried to destroy me, lied on me and said that I ran over her ankle. Didn't know I was recording the ride. I mean, the Norfolk police came, the fire department came. If I wasn't my size, I'd have got into a fight. I would have got into a fight. I mean, there was so many people on this woman's side, individuals trying to look at me wrong. I'm like, boy, you come around if you want to. But here was the woman's downfall. When I was recording the ride, at that time, I used to have the camera in the passenger right up under the glove compartment facing me. So when we was driving, as you can see trees and stuff going by in the window indicating that we was moving, the dome light came on. When the dome light came on, it indicated that the door had just opened. So now you see the dome light on and stuff still moving. The car was moving when she opened the door. That saved my life. If it wasn't for that, I'd probably be in jail. If it wasn't for that, I'd probably be mauled. I mean, the fireman came up on the scene. I said, yeah, but I called. Yeah, well, I want to talk to him. I said, but I called the cops. I'm talking to him first. Fireman snapped on me. Then the cop said to the fireman, he actually recorded it. The cop felt the vigor of the fireman against me. And the police officer said, he recorded it. No, she's lying. He got everything on thing. He recorded it. And so when I think about my mom and how she just claimed that black women are right, and her words, a woman will never do nothing to a man unless he deserve it. In my mom's eyes, as I was living that situation, I said, I bet my mom will be standing along with them saying, get him, bitch. He's my son. Get him. He's a black man. This is why I will never speak to my mom again. Never. Like I tell y'all, us black men, we are hunted. We are hated. We are hated. But this individual thought, oh yeah, I'm gonna get him. He's a black man. It's easy to tell the world. It's easy to convince the world that he is wrong. So this individual running around here trying to act like she is just the queen chick and all this, they're gonna sit down there and they're gonna look at this woman's video. They're gonna look at how she conducts herself, and they're gonna say, this piece of trash want a lawsuit? That's what they're gonna say. That's what they're gonna say. They're gonna look at all her videos. They're gonna look at all how she talked. They're gonna look at how she carry herself like an absolute savage, like an absolute piece of garbage, and they're gonna say, this woman want a lawsuit? Give her call the local McDonald's. Check and see when the dumpster pickup. Why? Because 2 days before the dumpster pickup, I want us to go there and get all the food out there and give it to her for a settlement. That's what they're gonna say. They're gonna say that this woman, they're gonna be, they're gonna be looking at her like, is this the same person? They're gonna be appalled because they ain't gonna never see such a creature act so hideous. You know, Madonna in her song, Madonna made a song called "Keep It Together." Keep it together, keep it together forever and ever. But in that word, she said, to get attention, I must always be a clown. Brothers and sisters, I want to be on my own. You got to remember, the heart is where you'll have a home. Something like that. But she said, and I quote, to get attention, I must always be a clown. When you look at that double burger calorie kidnapping the dunker, the nugget dunker, dank the nugget dunker. Oh dear mine. When you look at that creature, because she is nothing but a creature, where is the I want to treat her like a woman and any, I mean, come on, man. Come on. If that creature was to have sex with 5 men, 4 of them, 2 would have to hold one butt cheek open. Give me. She'd have to have 5 men. 2 would have to grab one butt cheek and pull it to the north, and then 2 would have to grab one butt cheek and hold it to the south. Then another dude would have to go up on and get put on his goggles, go get a tree branch, then get it, strap it on his, strap it on. Oh yeah, put the I gotta go up in this chick. I gotta go up in this chick with a log. Yo, man. Yo, come on, man. This chick is the ultimate calorie kidnapper. Are you serious? I mean, come on. Dang, this chick, come on. Ain't nothing classy about you. You're a burger murderer. That's what you are. You are a burger murderer. Trying to turn lawsuit conspirator. F up out of here. D-Bad said, that ain't right. I told y'all, let me go left for a second. I ain't never right. I always say that before I start the segment. Let me go left for a second. He said, that ain't right. Sorry if I pronounce your name wrong. But y'all know what I'm talking about. These are facts. You cannot act like a hideous. It's like I was saying. If I can go back to the situation with my brother, my mother, we learned what we learned from my brother's death. What we learned from my brother's death is some of the things that came out in the preliminaries before it actually went to trial. Is he was a menace to society. He never finished high school. He didn't have a job. He never worked nowhere. There was nothing to do. See, you got to go through this stuff to get the lesson. It's unfortunate. A lot of people, it's good that you not get the lesson. But for those that have gotten the lesson, my brother never finished high school. My brother was a high school dropout, of course, because that goes with that title. My brother didn't have a job. My brother was a menace to society. There are 2 perspectives in life. And this is what you're seeing with Donald Trump. Donald Trump is saying that you're either a productive citizen or you're a leech. And we need productive citizens. When you look at an ant nest, a colony, or whatever they call it, you see 1,000 ants, all of them doing work. There's not one ant amongst them ants not doing nothing. They're all doing something. When you see that little clip when Donald Trump said there are 55 million people on food stamps. 55 million people on food stamps. Other countries, they don't have welfare. We got all these programs, and just so happen when you create the need, you'll create the victims that would need it. That's what's going on. You know, that's what's going on. This is what you see with Donald Trump. Individuals don't want to see it. But the unfortunates of what's going on is individuals do not understand that you cannot claim. This is why women of color in a community you guys call black. This is why these individuals run around here and honestly think that they are worth something, and they are not productive citizens of society. But when the black man is not productive, he finds his way in prison real quick. They know how to value him. Oh, you ain't nothing, this and that. I'm telling you, for my brother that was killed by a cop, that's why the lawsuit went left. My mom and dad didn't get nothing. And I didn't sit up there and say, that ain't right, that's my brother. As a logical person, I sat down and I did the logical math and said, I understand, I get it. I get it. This is why my mom said, send a picture of us in uniform. That's why my mom said that. Send a picture of us, take a picture of you in uniform and send it home. So if anything happened to it, we'll have something to reflect your worth. You ever watch the first 48 and you see that the people that died, unfortunately got shot, these guys be street dudes, and they never have the pictures that the only pictures of them that they have is some street pictures. They got to blot out the guns. That narrative, this is Devon, and Devon was an inspired rapper and father of 3. That's how they got to put him in a good light. But the only picture they have him, they got the 2 blots on his hands because they got to blot out the guns that he got. But that's the only picture of him that they got. So what happens is the perspective and narrative of how you carry yourself is going to project your worth. This is why when these women run around here and think they got multiple kids by multiple dudes and say, well, I know what I deserve. You don't deserve nothing. You deserve to be by yourself. You only get what you deserve, what you earn. You earn what you deserve. I work for 40 hours. I deserve 40 hours of pay. Logic and narrative is way off left. I mean, they leaning, baby. They leaning, baby. They leaning. Like, what are you thinking? And that's what you'll see as this thing unfold with this rapper. They're gonna settle. They're gonna settle for an undisclosed amount. And if it'll probably be what she's getting. But I'm gonna just tell you, when it comes to this thing here, I just think that Lyft is gonna double down because it's gonna go to trial, because you cannot teach people that this nigger perspective and this nigger narrative is going to win. Lyft will not let them win. When a situation happened to me with this female, the president of Lyft called and said to me, I am the vice president of Lyft. I want to thank you for recording this situation. And I've never heard anything about it. Never. Never heard nothing about it. It was over. Of course it was. You know why? Because I protected myself. Wasn't letting no lady say that I did nothing to her. I protected myself. You guys need to protect yourself too. And I will catch you guys on the next one. Later, y'all.